Ice Cube, a founding member of NWA, was known for his powerful lyrics and unapologetic stance on social issues. Snoop Dogg, with his laid-back style and smooth flow, was a rising star, capturing the hearts of fans across the nation. But beneath the surface, tensions simmered. One evening, at a recording studio filled with the scent of ambition and the sound of beats, Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg sat down for a long overdue conversation. The walls were adorned with graffiti and gold records, a testament to their shared legacy. But tonight, an undercurrent of conflict hung in the air. "I can't believe you sided with those guys," Ice Cube began, his voice steady but charged with emotion. "After everything Tupac did for the game, for the culture, and then Suge Knight? You just turned your back." Snoop shifted in his chair, the flickering candlelight casting shadows on his face. "Cube, it's not that simple. I was trying to keep the peace. You know how it is in this industry. Choices have consequences." Ice Cube leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "But at what cost? You know what Suge was capable of. You were there when Pac was rising, when he was fighting for something real. And then to see you jump ship? It felt like betrayal." Snoop sighed, running a hand through his long braids. "I respected Pac. But I had to look out for myself too. You know how the game is. It's survival." "Survival?" Ice Cube scoffed. "You think staying quiet while your friends get torn apart is survival? That's cowardice." The atmosphere crackled with tension, but there was also an unspoken understanding. They both knew the weight of their decisions and the impact on their careers. Snoop's eyes softened, revealing the weight he carried. "I never wanted things to go down the way they did," Snoop replied quietly. "But you know how volatile it gets. Loyalty can get you killed." Ice Cube shook his head, his expression a mix of disappointment and understanding. "Yeah, but loyalty is what built this culture. Without it, we lose everything we fought for." As the conversation deepened, both men reflected on their past, the struggles, the triumphs, and the losses that shaped their lives. They reminisced about the days of camaraderie and the streets that once united them. It was a moment of reckoning, where they confronted not just their decisions but their identities as artists and friends. In that dimly lit studio, the echoes of their shared history reverberated. They realized that while paths might diverge, the essence of hip-hop, their passion for storytelling and truth, remained intertwined. The respect might have faltered, but the bond forged through music and struggle could still find a way to mend. As they wrapped up their conversation, Ice Cube stood up, extending a hand. "Let's not forget where we came from. We still have a voice in this. Let's use it." Snoop took a moment, then clasped Cube's hand, a tentative truce forming. "Yeah, let's make sure our voices carry the weight they deserve." And in that moment, they both knew the journey ahead wouldn't be easy, but together, they could still push for a future that honored the legends who came before them. As the candle flickered low, the two icons settled back into their chairs, the weight of their conversation lingering in the air. Ice Cube glanced at the gold records lining the walls, a bittersweet reminder of their shared triumphs and the battles that lay ahead. "Let's talk about the music," Ice Cube suggested, breaking the tension. "We can't let this situation define us. We owe it to Pac, to the fans, to create something real." Snoop nodded, his demeanor shifting from defensive to reflective. "You're right. We can't just sit around and let the industry dictate our legacies. We need to show what loyalty really looks like." As they brainstormed ideas for their next project, the energy in the room began to transform. They reminisced about the old days, collaborations that sparked movements and tracks that ignited the streets. With each memory, the frustration began to fade, replaced by a renewed sense of purpose. "Remember Check Yourself?" Snoop said with a grin. "That beat was fire. We need something like that again, something that hits hard." Ice Cube chuckled. "Yeah, but this time we need to dig deeper. Talk about the struggles, the losses, the lessons learned. We can't ignore the reality of what's happening in our communities. Snoop leaned forward, excitement building. Let's feature some younger artists too. Show them what real unity looks like. We can guide them, help them find their voices. Absolutely, Ice Cube replied. We can bridge the gap between generations. Bring back that sense of community we used to have. They spent hours mapping out concepts, beats, and features, their camaraderie reigniting. The conversation flowed, infused with laughter and passion, as they crafted a vision for an album that would honor their history while pushing boundaries. As the sun began to rise, casting golden rays through the studio windows, Snoop paused, his expression turning serious. Cube, I know I messed up. I should have been there for Pac, for you. But I want to make things right. I want to show the world what true loyalty means. Ice Cube regarded him thoughtfully. It's not too late, Snoop. We all make mistakes. What matters is how we move forward. Let's use this platform to spread a message of unity. To remind everyone that hip-hop is about more than just fame, it's about family. They both knew the journey would be fraught with challenges. The industry was ever evolving, and the shadows of their past decisions loomed large. But in that moment, they found strength in their shared vision. Weeks turned into months as they poured their hearts into the album. They collaborated with rising stars, reached out to veterans, and brought together artists from different backgrounds, uniting them under a common purpose. Each session was filled with intensity, creativity, and, most importantly, healing. As the album began to take shape, they organized a launch party, inviting not just their peers but also the communities they represented. The venue buzzed with energy, filled with fans and artists eager to witness a moment that felt like a renaissance, a revival of the spirit of hip-hop. On the night of the release, the crowd erupted as Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg took the stage, side by side. The atmosphere was electric, a blend of nostalgia and hope. Tonight isn't just about music, Ice Cube shouted into the mic, his voice resonating through the venue. It's about unity, about standing together. We lost friends, we lost respect, but we're here to rebuild. Snoop stepped forward, his smooth demeanor commanding attention. We're not just legends, we're teachers, and tonight we pass the torch. Let's show the world what true loyalty looks like. As they launched into their first track, the audience erupted in cheers. The music was raw and powerful, echoing the struggles and triumphs of a generation. Each lyric carried weight, telling stories that resonated deeply with those who listened. Throughout the night, they performed, laughed, and shared stories, creating an atmosphere of camaraderie that felt long overdue. The album was more than just a collection of songs, it was a testament to resilience, growth, and the unbreakable bonds of hip-hop. As the final song played, the crowd erupted in applause, a wave of appreciation washing over the stage. Ice Cube and Snoop exchanged glances, the tension of the past replaced by a shared understanding of the journey they had undertaken together. That night, they not only redefined their legacies but also reignited the spirit of a culture that thrived on unity, respect, and authenticity. They stepped off the stage, side by side, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing they had each other's backs, and that, in itself, was a victory.